Well, good afternoon and evening, everyone. It is Terraquator. It is your day 25.
25.
It's my day 25. It's a weird day 25. This is supposed to be my favorite day of the week, but this is the last Thursday of every month is always a little stressful because property management comes out here to do their monthly pest control. They do that for all their properties. But what I don't really like is that my property managers use that as a premise to inspect the house every single time, which I personally believe if they're going to inspect the property, they need to kind of give a notice that they're going to be doing that, not use just pest control for it. But the house was ready for them anyway. It's just one of those minor frustrations kind of thing. Anyway, things started off very weirdly today. Buttercup did not go to school again. Once again, it was the school district, but not exactly the school district's fault. It was the city's fault because we had a citywide water outage that started at maybe a little bit before, but I'd say it was around 6 o'clock in the morning here. We had a water outage, like whole city. It was all because there was a problem with the controls at the water treatment facility. And knowing where we're located, I just feel like conspiracy theorists are just going to have a field day when they finally decide to have their field day with everything that went down. Luckily, it didn't last very long. I'd say it ended around 9:30 this morning is when it finally ended. So they probably could have gone to school, but if they don't have running water, they can't really. If the schools don't have running water, they can't facilitate children whatsoever because kids gotta pee. They might be able to arrive with their own water, but if they don't have running water for their toilets, yeah, that ain't happening. So she was here today. Helped get things cleaned up a little bit. She already had her lunch, so I don't need to worry about that. But yeah, that's been the majority of today. But I decided when we're talking, I'm going to be working on something because I know a little over a week ago, you saw I think it was my day 18 video where I ate Necco wafers at you guys. By the way, those were really delicious. I wouldn't mind having a few more of those next month, but we'll see because I looked at how much sugar I've had this month. Luckily, I haven't had any like soda this month. I've had carbonated beverages, but it's only been carbonated iced tea. But I looked at my sugar intake based on the coffee I've been having. I got because every time I have a cup of coffee, I have like a tablespoon of sugar in there. I need to tone it down. I've had a little too much sugar. And no, this is just water. But when I did the day 18 video, I'm pretty sure it was the day 18, I did that really cringy thing with VR chat after saying that I wouldn't use VR chat. And that was the whole purpose of it, was to say it's just too much work to do VR chat for one of these short daily videos where it's supposed to be like personally me talking kind of thing to keep myself on track. But I also used that opportunity to test out the new leg straps for my full body trackers. And I needed to do something about the ones for my knees because as a temporary solution for like the last year, I've used hip straps or, hip tracker straps on my knees, which has a really long strap just dangling and flapping everywhere. And I had it Velcroed to my shorts as well to keep them secure. Well, I went and got these actual leg straps, which are relatively nice. I mean, they actually secure quite well on the knee or above the knee. The problem is they don't stay on. I'm still running into the same problem. And I'm wondering if it's just a flaw with these. It might be a little bit of a flaw, or it's just I'm fat. and they don't stay secure on my leg because there's a lot of, well, not a lot, but there's enough gelatinous mass just above my knee where it's not going to stay on. So, while these are definitely vastly better, they stay tighter than the hip straps that I've been using. But these, yeah, I'm going to have to put Velcro on them as well. Eventually, I'd love to just sew on some Velcro because using super glue constantly, it's a pain in the butt. How about I say that much? Where is my new super glue? I just bought super glue. I know I did because I kind of had to. Let me move these so I can see what I'm doing. This is my easy temporary solution because I don't have a sewing machine, and I will admit I've never learned how to sew. So there's that to admit. I've never sewn anything in my life. So there's going to be a lot of sew with that topic. So what? There we go. Cheap old super glue. I understand this is an adhesive, but this adhesive, it wears out quite easily. Oh, right. There was another thing I was going to do. I'm going to cut them to make them like kind of a simple square strip. So, about right here. Look good. Come on. This is the problem. This is why when you have scissors, don't let your family use well, they're not exactly good scissors. It's just if you have a limited supply of scissors, don't let your kids use them, and don't let your wife use them on your kids' hair. Of course, I use it on my hair, but I absolutely had to, and that was a terrible decision. That's why my hair is as short as it is. I mean, I'll pull up an image. I had luxuriously long hair. It's just it needed a trim because it was getting... The split ends got so bad I had to do something, pretty much. Okay, so I could lose about a half an inch to I'd say about a third of an inch right here I can lose. I can afford to lose on these. I'm trying to be a little careful because I know how clumsy I am and how accident prone I am. I'm looking at the space between my fingers knowing that if I don't, I'm going to just snip right into that, and I'm going to be like, okay, well, I got to end the video now. Well, okay, let's take a look here. Yeah, that should do. Take this adhesive cover off. Of course it is. I almost said the dumb thing of, it's sticky. Duh. All right, let's get a little super glue on here because that's the only option when you don't know how to sew, is to just use copious amounts of super glue. Okay, so I got that. This is going to be my, again, next temporary solution. And I just flicked super glue everywhere. Oh, that's hot. Duh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I got some on my fingers. That's not good. Actually, let's use this. If I can get it up on time. All right, just let that dry like this in the air. Okay, so kind of have one doing... Oh, wow, that's really warm. That's the interest. I love the thermal reaction this has when it leaves its... Oh, no. There must have been a tiny bit on the edge right there. Okay, well, that's one down. Now, I gotta do the other one. I know, we're just, sucking at DIY. How about that? You know what? I'm gonna make this easier to do a single cut. This time, instead of centering it, I'm just going to make my cut about right here. Almost in half. Cut it in half. Thank you, Cyanide and Happiness, for that theme of cut it in half. Come on. I do need fabric scissors, don't I? Well, let's see. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Yes. That noise was made. I apologize. Sometimes my mouth does not keep up with my brain. So all of a sudden I turn into an incoherent unga bunga mess or something. Purely because I think I just overthought things while talking. I swear I'll do better. He, in fact, did not do better. Please, there we go. Alrighty, that's the next one to go on there. And I gotta do this quickly and careful. Oh, boy. There we go. So, that one's done. So, gotta let those dry. Apparently, I had a little super glue on my index finger. Okay, let that one dry. But on my VR shorts, it's coming up too. This is why I need to learn how to sew in order for me to not have this problem anytime I wash them. But when you're in my position, you make do with your limitations. Luckily, the other leg, it's not so bad. I guess it's coming up a little bit right here. Nowhere near as bad, but this side definitely coming up. I think I'll just have to replace the shorts and just sew on a Velcro piece. I think I'm just going to have to do that at some point. But let's go ahead and put this right here. And let's just go ahead and get started with redoing super glue again. And it looks so nasty right there. It looks like it looks like cat stains. If I were to be completely honest, it does look like cat stains. There we go. Luckily, the old adhesive on this Velcro strip is just completely gone at this point. So that means I should be able to just lay it down. If I could get all of that old adhesive washed off, that'd be even better. But with this and the combination of the actual knee straps for the trackers, and I know I'm still using for my knees and stuff, I still have 3 of these old ones. I need to get these old ones, or these 2.0s, replaced with 3 more of the 3.0s before they're completely phased out, because I know they have the 4.0s. But you can't use that many 4.0 trackers on your computer at once. HTC put a limitation. I think you can only use 3 at a time, and I have 7. I use 7 trackers, so I need the 3.0. So please don't phase out the 3.0s. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go with Tundra. And don't get me wrong, HTC has great quality trackers, just really expensive. Yeah, it's nice and warm, so it's doing its thing. It's chemically reacting to my shorts. So let that completely dry, and I can start experimenting with VR again. Now, if only I could find a futon frame, a Western style futon frame that can also support my, or our combined weight and still have a nice thick enough mattress on there, because I can't put a full size bed frame in our room and do any VR. That's why our bed's on the floor, so I can just lift it up and put it on the wall. Now, if I could, I'd do one of those hideaway things, but you have to kind of nail those to walls and stuff, and we can't nail anything to our walls. So kind of a bummer there. It would be useful to do, but because of that limitation, a futon would suffice. But I need to find one I would need to find a suitable one that suits all of my needs and desires of a futon bed and frame. And yeah, I haven't had a whole lot of luck. I actually saw frames where they said a maximum weight of like 250 pounds. And I'm like, for a queen size can fit 2 adults. Them must be some anorexic couples. 250 pounds. You're saying one person's 150 and the other's 100? How anorexic are these adults? Or didn't make sense. 550. I saw one that was 550, but the frame did not work the way I would need it to in order to reduce or to increase the amount of foot space in this room. And it lacked compatibility with a lot of thicker futon mattresses. So I need something that's thick and not a piece of crap, because I've slept on a futon before when I was a lot smaller in mass. How about that? When I was younger, I was a teenager, and I actually did sleep on a futon, and it sucked. It really sucked. It hurt. The mattress was awful. The mattress was absolutely awful. So, yeah, it would be nice to find one that actually works and would be able to function the way I'd need it to get the bed off the ground, so it wouldn't. Well, I guess the contractors who renovated this house should have done a proper job with the flooring. I can say that much too. But yeah, I apologize for my ranting, and it was like mostly just screwing around with Velcro. Friday should be interesting, and hopefully we don't have another water outage, because I'd like Buttercup to stop missing so much school. That'd be great. This has been Terra Quatora on your day 25. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see everyone again tomorrow.